Hello, and thank you for allowing me to share my story with you. As you are experiencing this ebook, you will soon realize the story is quite different. Tau Bada is a unique nonfiction yarn with cinematic qualities and is first one of its kind where the cinema verite on-stage footage is directly linked in the ebook, providing you, the reader, with a truly authentic and immersive encounter. I invite you to explore with me these highway markers of my life thus far, of my journey from invincibility to vulnerability. As I wrote in one chapter, what was risky and what was I afraid of? Was it the untraveled asphalt and concrete roads, or the uncharted inward journey? There were no maps for the latter. I did not feel courageous. In the motorcycle's rearview mirror were the highway markers of my life at that point. Academic achievement, big money, personal acclaim, high times, marriage gone awry, personal failure. My detailed plan was to motorcycle the back roads of the American West. But, as it happened, the journey took me off the charts to a fishing barge on the Coral Sea, north of Australia, with no shore in sight. I had fallen deeply in love with a woman on the opposite side of the world, and together, after a fishing business fiasco, we began building a coffee growing business with 2,400 tribal farmers in mountains and rainforests where the sight of a big white man like me was a cultural sensation for all involved. For instance, Chapter 18, Kiera, documents through video my entry into this village, the first white person ever to be invited there. And now through this link, you may also sense the same experience. They called me Tau Bada, which in Papua New Guinea Motuan language means big white man. Later, what felt like light years later, through this journey, that name became the title of my book. The subtitle, The Quest and Memoir of a Vulnerable Man, was added subsequent to the first manuscript by my editor, a 30-year veteran of the Detroit Free Press, rigorous and possibly invulnerable at that inception of our engagement. That turned out to be the cornerstone of the book. The word vulnerability and its derivatives are used over 30 times throughout the book, something I was not aware of while writing. Only later did I recognize this meta-theme of vulnerability in what you are about to read. As a touching point, recently, one business owner who read an advanced copy of the book noted the frequency of the phrase, "I about crapped in my pants." For this person, such an admission was the ultimate sign of vulnerability. As the author, I did not think it was as profound, but added humor to specific accountings. In any case, the book is true as can be about my quest as a mutual occupant of this shared planet, as well as an agent of change for the world around me and for myself. I almost didn't survive that quest. It was financially ruinous and physically dangerous. It was full of beauty and hard work and laughter and revelation. In dealing with deeply different yet ultimately similar cultures, I came to fully appreciate the value of vulnerability. It is the touching point for all of humanity. This act of emotional exposure takes courage, the courage to be. It requires one to let go of self-grandiosity and self-rejection and to be impeccably honest in order to be authentic. As you read, click on the links to walk through our coffee gardens. Experience the singing and dancing at our tribal wedding. Peek into gatherings of chiefs, sorcerers, villagers, and children from another world. Feel the rush of the river, the thick of mud-encrusted roads. Hear the beat of kundu drums and chants, the song of the bird of paradise, and view the spectacle of an exploding volcano or village feast and Sing Sing. I hope this book inspires your own quest. I invite you to evaluate your life's highway markers and be courageous enough to journey past new ones. Thank you. Enjoy the ride.